All right, this week, boys, I am gonna do a on the fly dissection, and I'm gonna actually follow up with what Rob did last week. I'm gonna do "Bad Guy" by Eminem.
Oh,
He sort of put it forth last week, so let's see. Let me get the lyrics up. Here it is, "Bad Guy." All right, so like what Rob said, this is the sequel to Stan. This is a young. What's his name again? What was his name?
Matthew.
Yeah, but Stanley what?
Stanley Mitchell.
So this
That's
is
Matthew Mitchell.
Eminem as well. So we obviously go read the cliff notes of Stan. If you missed last week, Rob did a great breakdown of it.
Thanks, mate.
So basically, old Stanley Mitchell commits die, and at the end, and obviously dumping wife and whatnot. And so this is the follow-up. So this was the man that was snubbed by Eminem that time when he wanted to sign his cap, but and it was blistering cold, as Eminem said. And he... Oh, no, wait. Is that what Stan said?
That's what Stan said,
blistering cold. We
for
waited
4
4
hours.
hours, yeah. And then Eminem... In the video clip, Eminem goes to walk up to him, but then gets pushed away by
by one of the security guards or
bouncers
something,
security, So, that's the groundwork. So, verse 1, he says, "It's like I'm digging in this dirt, digging up old hurt. Tried everything to get my mind off you, it won't work. All it takes is one song on the radio, you're right back at it, reminding me all over again. How you fucking just brushed me off and left me so burnt. Spent a lot of time trying to soul search." So obviously here he's talking about how whenever he hears Eminem on the radio or wherever, he just sort of gets these feelings of anger because
Just brings it right back up again.
Yeah, his brother sort of spiraled out of control because of his sort of infatuation, and it's not Eminem's fault. And I think that's sort of what Eminem really played at in the first version in Stan, that like he can't control it. Like these people did, just because Eminem didn't talk to them. Like this happened, and like Eminem probably like sort of didn't think of like this kid ever again, sort of thing. You know what I mean? Unless he was haunted in his dreams, like Stan wanted. Then he says, "Well, looks like I hit a growth spurt, but I'm coming for closure."
Oh.
Bit of Eminem bending. Check out last week's quiz if you want to hear more of that. "Don't suppose an explanation I'm owed for. The way you turned your back on me just when I may have needed you the most. Oh, you thought it was over? You could just close the chapter and go about your life like it was nothing? Well, now I've recovered." Referencing recovery. "But tonight I bet you that what you're about to go through is tougher than what I ever have suffered. Can't think of a better way to define poetic justice. Can I hold grudges? Mind saying, let it go, fuck this. Heart saying, I will, once I bury this bitch alive. Hide the shovel and drive off in the sunset."
Hard.
Quite hard. And then Eminem doesn't... Does he have a... Yeah, he does have a verse where he's sort of from his part. No, he doesn't. It's all from...
Old Maddie.
Yeah. So the second verse is more him just talking about you pretend, you expect me to get over him, you pretend that he never existed, maybe he's gone but he's not forgotten, and don't think because he's been out the picture so long that I've stopped plotting and I'm still ain't coming to get ya. You're wrong and that shit was rotten, and the way you played him, same shit you did to me, cold. Feelings I harbour, all this pent up resentment I hold on to, not once you call to ask me how I was doing. Letters, you don't respond to them. Fuck it, I'm coming to see you. And gee, who better to talk to than you? The cause of my problems, my life is garbage, and I'm about to take it out on you. Poof, then I'm gone. So obviously he's falling very much into the same patterns that poor Stan fell into. But now this is more revenge fueled than sort of
than just anger.
Love fueled. I feel like Stan had a lot of love for Eminem, or for Slim Shady. Anyway.
So that was more like betrayal.
Yeah, exactly. And then this is where he sort of comes up, and he sort of kills Eminem. So he says, I've been driving around your side of this town like 9 freaking hours and 45 minutes now. Finally, I found your new address, parking your drive. Feel like I've been waiting for this moment all of my life, and now it's arrived, and my mouth is full of saliva. My knife is out, and I'm ducking on the side of your house.
Ooh.
See, it's sad to come to this. Such a disappointment. I had to make this appointment to come and see you, but I ain't here for your empathy. I don't need your apology or your friendship or sympathy. It's revenge that I seek. So I sneak vengefully and treat your bedroom window like I reached my potential I peaked. Continue to peep, still bent low then keep. Tapping the glass lightly, then start to crescendo. Sneak all the way around to the back porch. Man, door handle's unlocked. Shouldn't be that easy to do this. You didn't plan for intruders beforehand? Surprised to see me? Cat got your tongue? Gag, chloroform rag, dag. Almost hack up a lung. Like you picked up an axe and swung. Stick to the core plan. Dragged to the back of the trunk by one of your fans. Irony's spectacular, huh? Now you're a punk. And here's your Bronco hat. You can have that shit back 'cause they suck. It's just me, you, and the music now, Slim. I hope you hear it. We're in the car right now. Wait, here comes my favorite lyric. I'm the bad guy who makes fun of people that die. Obviously talking about...
like Stan.
Yeah, Stan, yeah. The previous song. And here's my sequel to the Mothers LP. Just to try and get people to buy it. How's this for a publicity stunt? This should be fun. Last album now, 'cause after this you'll be officially done. Eminem killed by Eminem, Matthew Mitchell. Bitch, I even have your initials. I was initially gonna bury you next to my brother, but fuck it. Since you're in love with your city so much, I figured, what the fuck? The best place for you to be buried alive is right here. 2 more exit. Time is quite near. Hope we don't get stopped. No license, I fear. That sirens I hear. Guess 90 on the freeway wasn't the brightest idea. As cops appear in my driver's side mirror. Hope Foxtrot gets an aerial shot of your burial plot. New plan, Stan. Slim, chauvinistic pig in the big Lincoln town car. Well, gotta go, almost at the bridge. Haha, big bro, this is for you, Slim. This is for him. And Frank Ocean, oh, hope you swim good. Now you say you hate homos again. It was very hard-hitting, long verse, obviously. Very much similar, driving on sort of a freeway with Eminem in the back, potentially the trunk. We don't really know where he is, but...
the fact that he still calls him Slim as well.
Yeah, it's very... it's like almost scary how similar it is. And the talent that Eminem had and sort of the foresight to do this, 15 years later or something like that, 10 years later, is quite... and then the verse 4, which I can't actually remember. The third part is his voice, so which is the last verse. So he says, this is like one of the... I remember sort of listening to this, and I was like so caught up in the last verse. So he says, I also represent anyone on the receiving end of those jokes you offend. I'm the nightmare you fell asleep and then woke up still in. I'm the karma closing in with each stroke of the pen. Perfect time to have some remorse to show for your sin. Nope, it's hopeless. I'm the denial that you're hopelessly in. When you say that all of this is approaching its end, but you refuse to believe that it's over, here we go all over again. Back to the wall, I'm stacking up all them odds. Toilet's clogged, yeah, 'cause I'm talking a lot of shit, but I'm backing it up. Ooh. But in my head there's a voice in the back and it hollers, after this track is demolished, I'm your lack of a conscience. I'm the ringing in your ears. I'm the polyps on the back of your tonsils, eating your vocal cords after your concerts. I'm your time that's almost up that you haven't acknowledged. Grab some waters. I'm that pill that's too jagged to swallow. I'm the bullies you hate, you become. With every you slaughtered. Come back to you, every woman you insult. Batter. But the double standards you have when it comes to your daughters. I represent everything that you take for granted, 'cause Marshall Mathers, that's rapper's persona, is half a facade, and Matthew and Stan's just symbolic of you not knowing what you had till it's gone, 'cause after all the glitz and the glam, no more fans are calling your name. Cameras are off, sad, but it happens to all of them. I'm the hindsight to say I told you so. Foreshadows all the things that are to follow. I'm the future that that's here to show you what can happen tomorrow. If you don't stop after they call your biggest laughing stock a rap who can't call it quits, which is quite real because he sort of has become the laughing stock. When it's time to walk away, I'm every guilt trip, the baggage you have. But as you gather up all your possessions, if there's anything you have left to say, less it makes an impact, then don't bother. So before you rest your case, better make sure you pack in a wallop. So one last time I'm back, before it fades to black and it's all over. Behold the final chapter in a saga, trying to recapture that lightning trapped in a bottle. Twice the magic that started, it's all tragic portrait of an artist, tortured, trapped in his own drawings. Tap into thoughts blacker and darker than anything imaginable. Here goes a wild stab in the dark, as we pick up where the last Marthas left off.
Pretty hard.
That is hard. It's a...
Very good lyricism.
Yeah, so the song has 3 different voices. So there's Stan's brother, which is obviously Matthew. He's rapping in his sort of hyper-aggressive, misogynistic style, which is obviously very akin to Slim Shady, where he raps about killing and very bad things, which comes in the first verse and in the third verse, where he's talking about obviously killing Eminem. The second is the hybrid voice, which is where Eminem doubles his voice. If you've heard the song, he layers his voice on top of each other, so it sounds even more evil. And then the third is his own, which is that end part where he talks about all the things that he's done wrong, and now sort of everything's coming back to catch him up. But yeah, great. I think that was a really great track. I think that it's nowhere near as good as Stan, obviously, but definitely,
not many sequels are.
Yeah, definitely worth a listen. So listen to them back to back, and comment down below which you preferred and what your favourite line from both was.
Alright, that was a good dissection, especially off the cuff.
Yep. There you go.
Alright. We'll see you later today, because I will be talking about what Lil Pump spent his money on.
There you go.
We'll see you then. That's a wrap.